Stock elk dot.
Black Star Pirate Radio.
Architects of the airwaves, to TogeeVision. Across New York, the dial sits at 79 Fahrenheit under moderate rain. Wind check, southwest at 13 miles an hour. Tonight we tune into the unseen architectures of consent and observation, shaping our shared spaces. Kmart sells out of a low-cost rival to Meta camera glasses across Australia, amid warnings of a privacy nightmare.
The facts are clear. The $89 Onco smart glasses, capable of capturing high-definition video and images, have sold out nationwide in Australia. This exposes every person in a public space to being recorded without their consent, impacting potentially millions of citizens who value their anonymity. One alternative is a robust, federally mandated opt-in recording standard for public-facing consumer tech, forcing manufacturers to build privacy by design. Another path involves local councils immediately passing ordinances that require clear, visible indicators when recording devices are active in public, backed by significant fines. Our chosen next move is to push for municipal ordinances requiring visible, active recording indicators and clear disclosure signage in retail and public transport, asserting the right to provenance over one's own image in civic spaces.
This cheap tech weaves a new thread into the panopticon tapestry. Imagine walking through a bustling market, not knowing who is collecting your face for what future algorithm. Who carries this next? It's the community organizers and privacy advocates, fighting to reclaim the street as a space of dignified anonymity, not a surveillance stage.
Patching in a caller, the patent auditor. You're on the signal. From that dossier to this one, John Oliver on police surveillance, Big Brother on. Patching in a caller, go ahead. Krah.
When cheap cameras are everywhere, what space is truly private anymore? Who pays the social cost of this constant recording?
A reel-to-reel stutters somewhere in the back room, then finds its groove. The board glows amber. Same dossier, new angle. Keep the thread tight. Anti-LGBTQ+ laws are on the rise across West Africa, campaigners warn.
Cool down is when habits set. Swap the tiresome combo for a clean two-step people want to repeat.
Concrete facts. Ghana's Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill proposes up to 3 years in prison for identifying as LGBTQ+, and 5 for promoting it, following Nigeria's 2013 Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Act. These laws expose millions of LGBTQ+ individuals and their allies across West Africa to state-sponsored persecution, forced displacement, and violence. A viable alternative involves international bodies like the African Union tying developmental aid to human rights adherence, specifically inclusive non-discrimination clauses. Another is direct legal challenges within national courts, supported by grassroots human rights organizations like IAO. Our chosen next move is to directly support and fund local West African legal teams challenging these laws, integrating both logic and the emotional imperative for dignity into a structural defense.
This isn't just law, it's a deep cultural wound, weaponizing tradition against identity. It's the ghost of colonial-era penal codes, now worn by local authorities. Who carries this fight next? It's the courageous queer youth, artists and elders in Accra and Lagos, who, despite the risks, continue to live authentically and build networks of mutual aid, embodying an unwavering autonomy against legislative erasure.
Lines open.
How can external pressure genuinely help without being seen as another form of Western imposition? Isn't that just trading one form of control for another?
Your discernment is key, caller. The path isn't about imposition, but about reinforcing the universal principles of human dignity and consent within each nation's sovereign architecture. We must separate toxic residue from the signal of authentic self-determination. This requires a nuanced approach, supporting internal advocates rather than dictating from afar. This brings us to another pervasive form of observation, closer to home. John Oliver on police surveillance, Big Brother on steroids.
The facts from last week tonight are stark. Police departments nationwide deploy iMessy catchers like stingrays, facial recognition from Clearview AI, and predictive policing algorithms. This exposes every citizen, especially marginalized communities, to constant, often opaque surveillance, infringing on fundamental rights to privacy and assembly. One alternative is rigorous, independent civilian oversight boards with subpoena power over police tech procurement and use, forcing transparency. Another is legislative action, like New York City's Post Act, mandating public disclosure and impact assessments for all surveillance tech before deployment. Our chosen next move is to campaign for community-led oversight committees with veto power over any new surveillance technology acquisition, ensuring provenance of public data and demanding consent from the governed.
Oliver's Big Brother on steroids isn't a joke. It's a chilling echo of every dystopian narrative we've ever told ourselves. The myth of the all-seeing eye, now powered by AI, turns our cities into data farms. It's the digital rights groups, privacy lawyers, and local activists demanding data sovereignty, turning confusion into actionable vectors by teaching citizens how to encrypt their communications and organize safely, building resilient civic architectures from the ground up.
There's a caller on the line. The signal is a commons. Clarity keeps it honest. One claim, one proof, one test, then pass the mic.
To bend the rules and reveal better systems, we need playable next steps. For citizens, consider organizing privacy audits of your local police department's tech budget via FOIA requests. Translate that data into a community-facing infographic. For designers and engineers, refuse to work on surveillance tech that lacks robust, auditable public consent mechanisms. Make refusal a form of architectural signal.
Black Star Pirate Radio.
Continue the signal at TogeeVision.com. Tune in, Sparks and Stories, Gig Passport.